Hi, Emily. I keep on thinking about your really interesting posting about the rose closing. Uh, I like the way you allude to the Benjaminian problem of the authenticity of the artwork. Um, and it's interesting, perhaps you could develop that a little bit further next time around, that the relationship to the actual artworks seems to have been intensified with the knowledge of their fragility. People were looking at them, you said, with a particularly intense gaze, knowing that they were going to be gone, that they'd only maybe have the JPEGs to look at, or and so forth. And what does that say about the aura? In other words, is the aura always to some extent tied into or intensified around issues of loss? Even though we're co-present with the artwork, we're aware of everything that potentially deprives us of it. And that might be a very interesting way to sort of expand Benjamin's notion of the of what the aura is. And that perhaps could be linked to your whole fascinating discussion towards the end, your sort of argument with yourself about the funeral symbolism in the anticipated art protest next Thursday night. That somehow, if there was a way to tap into that quality of the auratic quality, the aura of the artwork, in some ways that was poignant, so that rather than being complicit, as you suggest, in the burial of the rose, the protest dimension could be perhaps highlighted, so that if along the perimeter road or wherever it is you decide to go, maybe it's better actually to go through the main campus to get a little more attention, I'm not sure, that that there could be little sort of stations of the cross, as it stations of the cross, as it were, sort of little shrines to artwork, from the JPEGs and so forth. And that one lays a flower or something like that and honors those artworks. That just seems more powerful, somehow playing on those qualities, those paradoxical simultaneous qualities of presence and absence that reproductions always summon up. Because remember, Benjamin, after all, is suggesting that while something is lost through mechanical reproduction, a good deal is gained potentially, as it were. There are new forms of optical, what he calls the optical unconscious, that are intensified through mass reproduction of images. And skillful artists, it seems to me, play with those in really interesting ways. We actually see that in a number of works that are in the Rose right now, which use photographic reproduction for fascinating effects. And it would be appropriate to do something with that. So thanks for a really interesting, thoughtful kind of internal dialogue. And I hope you keep on having those conversations and keep on thinking about Benjamin, because he remains one of the most fascinating and enigmatic critics we have of the image and its and the problems of its technological reproducibility. Thanks.